Hey guys, Stephanie Rochelle here, your relationship rehab specialist. How's everybody doing? I'm just going to stop in for a little quick moment, see how everybody's holiday is going. I hope everything is all well. We are just having family day today at the house. We're just relaxing, watching movies, having some good times. So today I'm not going to be with you long, but I didn't want to stop the Mindset Mondays because it's all about changing the mindsets. Hey, Tammy! Changing the mindset. So today we're going to talk about hurt women become dominant women. Hurt women become dominant women. That's what we're talking about today. Alex is watching. All right. So dominant means controlling, ruling. And so a lot of times, we're hurt so much that, we already have this, as women, we're taking care of the kids, we making things happen by ourselves, so we're in this mode of making things happen. Not realizing when we try to go into these relationships, we take all of that with us. That's the controlling, that's the dominant, because that's what we have to be as women to make it happen when we're by ourselves, when we're not in a relationship. But however, when we get into the relationship, we have to realize that was then and this is now. That was then and this is now. Because you can't bring the controlling and the dominance into the relationship. Okay? Now you're trying to find a partner. So it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. So again, today we're talking about hurt women become dominant women. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Hurt women become dominant women. Because we've already, like I said, started handling everything. We're handling everything. We're making sure the kids are straight. We're making sure the house is straight. We getting the bills paid. We're doing all of this stuff. And then we come into a relationship. And for me, it was hard for me to shift. It's like, oh, okay, now I have someone that wants to help. I have someone that I have to share this stuff with. I'm just used to just doing. I was just going. I was just in Stephanie mode. Stephanie in auto mode, just making it happen. Stephanie in auto mode. That's where I was. So when someone came into my life, when Alice came into my life, I was like, okay, how do I shift? I'm gonna be honest, it was hard for me. It was hard for me. I had it all worked out. Everything was going according to plan. Stephanie's plan. And now I got to shift and learn how to do this relationship with somebody that wants to be there with me, help me do things. I was like, okay, Steph. Okay, you got to share your space. I was doing it. It was me and Autumn. But I had to change because I'm like, yeah, I think this is going to work. Everything was flowing. Everything was in a good place. I had to realize, I said, okay, Steph. How you going to do this? I wasn't used to being vulnerable. I already had the guard built up. I wasn't used to, letting the guard down. But that doesn't work in relationships. In relationships, you have to be vulnerable, okay? We guard our hearts. Mine was all the way guarded. I'm like, nope. I don't want to let my guard down until I know who I'm dealing with. If he's going to be the one, then maybe I'll let it down just a little bit. Like I said, because again, today what we're talking about is hurt women become dominant women. And it doesn't fit in the relationship. It doesn't fit in the relationship, ladies. So in order to grow, we have to change. We have to change. And as I was talking about before, you guys are chiming in now, that it was hard for me when Alex came, because like I said, me and Autumn, we were fine. I was just like, now I had to share my space. I had to share a lot of stuff. I'm just like, oh, Lord, I had to try to let men lead. Again, me and Autumn was fine. Y'all listening to me? I'm telling you, you have to change when you decide to do the relationship. You have to change. You have to let them in. You have to let men be men. You have to let men be men. I had to change. I had to change. I had to be vulnerable. I had to be softer. I had to be softer. Again, where I was, me and Autumn, we were straight. I was fine. Bills paid. We doing it. You know, I'm making sure she fine. I'm the number one mom. I'm getting it all done. Then here comes the relationship. I'm like, uh-oh. Change. Change is uncomfortable. But change is necessary to grow. One thing I learned is that you have to have a balance of masculine and feminine. You do. You do. But I'm talking about, Christine, with me coming from a divorce. I was raising my daughter. It was just me and her. Okay? Now I'm into a new relationship. And it was, you know, I had to make these adjustments. You know, I was so in Stephanie mode. I was so in making sure Autumn was good. I was in mommy mode. I had to learn how to shift. You know, because women, we make it happen. We make it happen. We just turn it up 100%. Because we're going to make sure our kids are straight. But when the relationship comes, we got to flip it. I was a single mother for a long time, so it was an adjustment. Yes, exactly. That's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about. Making the adjustment to let them lead. Making the adjustment to let them lead is tough. When you've been controlling it, when you've been running it, it's tough. I'm trying to help y'all. I'm trying to help y'all. Just listen to me. I won't be long. I won't be long. But some of us need this. See, I ain't had nobody to tell me. I had to figure it out. I had to figure it out. But we have to change, people. We have to change. We got to let our guard down. And I was lucky enough, Alex was patient while my guard was slowly coming down, because it was all the way up. I ain't believe nothing. You had to show me. You can't just talk to me. You had to show me. I used to be in the lead, also been the lead. Yep, see, and then you bring that home. You bring that management home. How do you make that adjustment to be vulnerable and step back? Woo, tough. But one though, when somebody is telling you that you can trust your heart with them, it kind of relaxes you a little bit. That kind of helped me. But even still, you know, I had like one eye open, one eye closed. Let me see. I don't know. But really and truly, when I decided to say, okay, yeah, we doing this, I had to be softer. I had to be quiet sometimes, because it didn't have to be Stephanie's way. It's a lot of ways to do stuff. And I learned that as a programmer. It's 50 ways to write the program. And they may work all 50 ways. You see what I'm saying? But you have to be willing to change, guys. You have to be willing to change. You have to be open. You have to make a conscious decision to do this. You have to make a conscious decision to change. That's why I said I put these daily rituals in place. I get up before my feet hit the ground. I just lay there, I pray, meditate, get all the negativity gone. Just keep it away from me. Keep it away from me. You know, you get your daily rituals, whatever it is for you. I made sure that I practice self-care. You know, I treat myself. I make sure that I keep myself in a good place so I can be in a good place for others. It's an act of choice. That's what I'm saying. It's all about choices, guys. We can do this. And today, for you guys chiming in late, we're talking about hurt women become dominant women because we're used to running it. And now the relationship comes, and now we got to take a step back. And you take a step back, not just for anybody now. We talking about taking a step back for the one that we know is going to be the one. You know, we're not doing this for everybody that we just out there just dating. We're talking about a relationship. Okay? That's what I'm giving points on. We're talking about a relationship. So when you step back by letting them, so the little stuff that they want to do, you see if they do what they say. You see if things pan out. He wanted to help out. He wanted to do this. Okay, let me make sure that he's doing it not the way that I would do it, guys. Just that it had to get done. Exactly. It is a form of protection. That's what I was saying in the beginning. It is a form of protection. I said me and Autumn was all right. You know, I had this ship sailing. I mean, we was rolling. We was rolling, you know, paying the bills, making sure she was straight, making sure she had what she needed for school. You know, then somebody else come in, he's like, oh, I'll go pick her up. I'm like, okay, but I'm used to picking my child up. You know, I was used to doing everything, and then somebody is here to help me, assist in helping me. And I know it seems easy, guys, but it was me and Autumn. It was me and Autumn. We had this bond. It was me and Autumn. Now I had to let somebody else in that was trying to be with me and Autumn. You see what I'm saying? It was tough for me. It was tough for me because I wanted to make sure that my child was straight. You know, but then it took Autumn. She was the one that told me. She was like, I like him. I was like, okay. So this is too easy. This is too easy. Now she talking to the mama. She telling me, no, Mom, I like him. I'm like, okay, relax a little bit, Stephanie, relax. And again, when you guys say, how did I know it was him? Because he did not interrupt our peace. Stephanie and Autumn's peace. Again, that's how I knew I could step back a little bit and see how he was going to lead. Because I still, in his leading, I had to make sure that me and my daughter was going to be okay. Okay? But I had to step back. You just have to make a conscious decision. That's how you step back. You just have to make a conscious decision. That's right. Instead of operating in fear, you have to operate in love. And that's the key. I mean, love is what makes you be quiet. I keep telling y'all, this reacting and responding is the key to everything. I mean, if you just get that from me, if you don't get nothing else from me, learning how to react and respond will help you guys so much. If you don't get nothing else from me, please get that. Please get that. Just being quiet sometimes. Thanks for the hearts. Just being quiet sometimes. I promise you. Change your mindset. Change your life. Change your mindset. You have to change to grow. You got to do things different. I mean, if what you're doing is working for you, then keep doing that. But for most of us, it's not. For most of us, it's not. I had to make some changes. I'm telling you, Stephanie, Rochelle had to make some changes. How should we react and respond? By being softer sometimes, by being quiet sometimes. It depends on the situation. You know, your questions have to be a little bit more specific. But if you're talking to your partner about whatever, if it's an argument, then, you know, sometimes if it's turning out to not be an argument, if it's turning into an argument is what I'm trying to say, then sometimes you may have to be able to say, you know what, let's pick this up a little bit later, you know, because we both can't get our points across right now. We both can't get our points. Hey, Alicia, can't get our points across right now. So maybe it's time to wait. You know, maybe we'll talk about it tomorrow. But I tell everybody, we're not going to bed angry around here. We don't do that. We can communicate well enough that we don't have to do that around here. You know, but we pretty much get along. You know, we're 4 days apart in regards to that. So I think that helps us a lot. We're a lot alike. But today we talking about hurt women become dominant women. That's what we're talking about today. Hurt women become dominant women. So it's about changing your behavior to let this other person in. That's what was hard for me. I did it, but that's what was hard for me. Hey, Kim. We're talking about hurt women become dominant women. I'm trying to say we got to change, ladies. We got to change. We got to change the way we do things when we decide to be in a relationship, or if we want to be in a relationship, or if we're trying to get to a relationship. If what you're doing is working, then keep doing that. But for most of us, it's not. And if you're not changing, you're not growing. I'm telling you, if you don't get anything else, again, please learn how to react and respond to your mate in a good way. And responding with love will usually, it's going to work every time. Responding with love, hey, it's going to work every time. And that responding with love may have enough sense You may have to just be quiet. Because you know if you're going to pop off at the mouth, that's not going to get you anywhere. We got to change that. We got to change that. We got to change that, ladies. We got to change that. We got to change that. You want them to communicate, but then when they trying to communicate, you know you on 10. It's not going to work. You got to learn what does rebuilding with love look like? Oh, that's a whole nother live. That's a whole nother live. But on a quick note, rebuilding with love is being softer, is getting your point across, right, in a softer way. And when I say softer, ladies, when I say softer, because I got something to say. Stephanie Rochelle has something to say, but it's how you say it. Excuse me, it's how you say it. Constant change brings, I'm trying to tell them, Alicia, we got to continue to change. If what's working for you is working, great. Sorry, responding with love. Oh, wait a minute now. Sorry, responding with love. I don't know. Say that again, Renee. What is rebuilding? Oh, what does responding with love look like? That's what you're trying to say. Responding with love. Okay, I'm going to tell you, a lot of times before I say anything, sometimes if I take a deep breath, sometimes God will tell me to be quiet. Seriously. Seriously, if you're making a conscious effort to really change and do things different, to do things differently than you used to do them, if you just stop for a minute before you react and respond, if you just stop, sometimes the words will just come to me what to say, and sometimes it'll say, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Seriously. 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 It's not a response is not always needed. It just depends on the situation. But if you're having a discussion, I'm not going to say an argument. If you're having a discussion with your partner or your mate, if you're having a discussion, try not to raise your voice. Try to keep your voice down at a normal level. Because even though you're trying to say things differently, if your voice raises, then everybody knows that something's going on with you. You know, you're still, you know, you're a little upset. Yeah, you're a little upset. Okay? So sometimes if you're having a discussion, not an argument, you just want to keep your voice the same tone. Keep your voice the same tone. You know, don't get to raising your voice, because then that's going to put them on the defense. And that changes the whole conversation. That changes the whole conversation. So sometimes you need to wait. That's one situation. That's one situation. You just need to learn how to think or take a moment before you speak. That'll help you a lot with the reacting and responding. You'll respond differently if you wait for a minute. I promise you. If you wait for a minute before you respond, you will respond differently. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that. Hey Val. Yes. Come on with some more questions. Val, we're talking about hurt women become dominant women. Hurt women become dominant women. Is this helping anybody? Are you understand what I'm trying to say? I'm trying to add value. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you grow. And change is growth. See, a lot of us don't want to change, and that's the key ingredient that we're missing. The key ingredient that we're missing is that we don't want to change. You got to change. You have to. You have to change. You have to change. A lot of times you need to take a pause, Renee. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes if your voice can sound just like this and you can get your point across, then you don't need to pause, because you're saying it in a, you know, I don't want to say in a nice way, but you have a nice response, a nice tone to your voice. But if your voice is raising because you heated, you need to wait. You need to wait till you can speak like this. You need to wait. That's not a good time to have a discussion. I don't care if you're hot. Wait. Try to avoid that discussion. So if your partner brings it up, say, we probably shouldn't do this right now. We probably should not do this right now. You know, or give me a minute. Give me a minute. Let me get my thoughts together. Because it's not going to come out good. We're talking about a partner. We're talking about your spouse. We're talking about somebody you're in a relationship with. Because what me and Alex we're not trying to argue. You know, we're trying to avoid the argument at all costs. But you got to discuss things. You're not going to agree all the time. So you have to learn how to discuss things. You have to learn how to discuss things. And I had to learn how to do that because I didn't have a mate before that knew how to communicate. So as well as I thought I could communicate, I'm telling you, my voice was going up. So I'm trying to help y'all. I had to change. We got to change. We got to change. We talk about we want these communicators, but then we can't even communicate. Most of the ladies want their men to be able to communicate, but then we can't communicate. This is why I'm talking to you guys. And you know what? We can't communicate. You know why? Because we've been running it and we've been controlling it. We've been doing everything our way. And now we try to get in this relationship. And we don't know how to step back. But we as women, we want help now. We want help. We say we do. We say we do. We say we want help. But then when they come and they try to help you, then he ain't helped me this way. He ain't helped me that way. But did he help you? A partner is supposed to alleviate some of your stress. So when he was wanting to pick up Autumn, you know, I was like, well, that means I can relax. That meant I could relax. That meant I didn't have to go out at 11 o'clock and pick her up from wherever, the skating rink or wherever she was. He was going to go do that. That helped me. He was there to help me. I'm there to help him. I'm telling you, if you lead with love, it'll change your life. I promise you. It will change your life. If you lead with love. And leading with love is taking that pause. Taking that pause before you speak. Taking that pause. It's all about the love, people. I'm telling you, it's all about the love. And when you're giving it and he's giving it, it's easy. It's easy. It's easy. Come on, I need some more questions. I'm so glad y'all chiming in. I thought y'all was going to be busy tonight. I figured y'all catch it on the replay. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, honey. What y'all got? So I told y'all how to stop this behavior, right? Make a choice. Make a decision. Sound like a webinar? Okay. All right. I may think about that. I need you to be open to change. I need you to be open. Ladies. Please be open to what I'm trying to tell you because I'm not telling you this for nothing. I want you to get this. You got to change. You got to be softer. We got a lot on our plate. We're trying to make sure the kids okay. All of that. But we still have to change if we want a relationship. You got to say things differently. And if you give me some situations, then I can tell you how to say things differently. But I can't just, you got to say things differently. Change is uncomfortable. It really is. Change is uncomfortable. But like I said, when you're coming with love, that makes other people come with love. When you coming with the crazy, that makes other people come with the crazy. You got to be different. You got to bring something different. Otherwise, you like all the other women. You got to bring something different. Otherwise, you're like everybody else he is meeting. You got to bring something different, meaning you got to change. You got to change. And I know I ain't the only one that can pop off on this live. I know I'm not. I know I'm not. Y'all being quiet, but I hope you getting it. I hope I'm adding value. I really, really do, because I want y'all to get this. You got to quit huffing and puffing. You got to quit huffing and puffing. You want them to communicate, but you don't know how to communicate. So you have to make a conscious decision to be a better communicator. To not say things when you're mad. Because you can't communicate when you're mad. You can't. I get mad. You cannot. You cannot communicate when you're mad. You cannot. The voice will elevate. It's a definite. Renee, because as a single parent, we running it, we controlling it. You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm trying to tell you guys. All the ladies here. Mostly everybody that chimed in tonight. Running it. Making it happen. Making it happen. Act like you need some help. Where do they fit? You have to be different. You have to be different. I promise y'all. Try it so we can talk. Try it. Hit me up on my website. Sign up. Subscribe. Get on my email list. Relationship Rehab Specialist.com. Hit me up. Hit me up. Respond to this live. If you got another question, I will come back and check. I will come back and check. I don't want to stay long. Damsel in distress. I don't want to stay long because it's the holidays. Enjoy your family. My family is here, so I'm about to go back to them. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. But 2019, we doing it different. We doing it different, ladies. We are doing it different in 2019, okay? We're not taking the same old attitude from 2018 into 2019. We are going to be different. We're going to all be different together. Now, who's with me? I need some show of hands. Who's with me? We're going to be different in 2019. We are going to be different. Who's with me? Come on, where y'all at? Where y'all at? Val, where you at? Renee, I saw you. Come on, where you at? We are going to be different. Cheryl, 2019, we're going to be different. We're going to be different. Change is uncomfortable, but change is necessary. Change your mindset. Change your life. Y'all have a great holiday. See you next Monday. I may do it at a different time next Monday because it's another holiday. But I will be back next Monday. See you later.